Are we about done with the cutscenes? Yep. Well, it is the start of a game. It is kind of to be expected, I suppose. Alright. Traditional looking MMO styling.
Nice new riot helmets. And tear gas.
Somehow I don't think that would help you against the demons. And my poncho. Okay. So apparently we shall be safe inside Eldwick Park, which is where we are right now. Now, there's about 7 or 8 types of missions in this game apparently, and this is a story type mission if I recall correctly from what I saw from the manual. There will be combat shortly. I've done this section before just to make sure that the thing was actually working properly. In this case, we go to the tube station, you then get a flashback. Or your game freezes up and dies for no reason. Oh, there we go. It's back. Beta is beta. Now, what I'd love to do is just steal that car. Or that telephone box. That might work too. Onwards to the tube station. See how this one ends up going. Hang on a second. In the case of finding the Prophet. Is the Prophet at the tube station? Because that's weird. Because he wasn't there the last time I played this. What? Well, things are looking a tad grim down here. Well, I am intrigued. Argatha? What the hell? Alright, okay. Whatever this is. This is odd. I knew where he was. He was like right by the park last time. I guess they've changed it around a bit. Either that or I'm just going in the wrong direction. Let's see what's going on. That's a floaty thing. I would like this. Oh, did I just get a thing? I have lore. What does lore do? Oh, good lord, there's a lot of it, one way or the other. Faction information on the Templars. Regarding geomancy. Alright. Well, I guess I've just wandered into that for whatever reason. I'm gonna go back out and just ignore the direction it's telling me to go.
Too late to start recycling. To go to raves to save the gorillas. To cash out those Anansi shares. There's a storm coming. Mondo Storm. Paint your glass houses shut. You don't have to take his word for it. This is a warning from the sun. It says it's old and tired and scared of death. It says you've lived as young gods for too long. Spoiled children who only need to wish for something and it'll come true. Well, those days are gone now and won't be here again. Sorry! I'll show you how it all goes down through the medium of unreliable narration. A vision of the future. This could be your lucky day. Tomorrow and all the ones after, not so much. It's a hot, wet day. You ever notice how the apocalypse always comes on a wet day? There's the smell of warm air and stale piss. The atmosphere is electric. I mean, actually electric. Sparking off the tracks, lifting and snapping your hair. A voice over the speakers that you don't hear. You itch. The black signal sounds. Lights out.
I don't know what the hell's been up with stream for the past few weeks, but the stream keeps dying for whatever reason.
To Arachi Tower. SDF quarantine. Good news for Tokyo, bad news for us.
I thought the dragon thrived on chaos.
Someone once told me the Illuminati had all the answers.
They're saying a bomb. It's never just a bomb.
Something worse. Something that brought the filth with it.
So we fight. That's what us Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight, it's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia!
That glitching is part of the game, by the way.
Are you okay? How are you feeling?
This is some kind of weird possession thing. I have a feeling it's a tutorial segment. Also, there's tentacles in the ceiling. I brought my delicious poncho, but they think I'm a woman. This is a common problem that I have on Saturday nights. Let us accept the quest.
If Zuberi was here, he'd tell us this is the worst time to argue.
Well, he's not. He's down there somewhere.
I got a shotgun.
Sarah, get your gun.
My name is not Sarah, damn it.
Open the gate! I'm trying! It's inside the electric somehow! The filth...
No!
Fuck me.
Oh
I like that guy.
my... God.
I don't like her, she's terrible. Alright, let's shoot some stuff.
Watch out!
Open fire.
Nice
What?
shooting!
So, standard-based hotkey combat, only with guns. The shotgun spread looks a bit naff.
It's gone viral so fast.
Just at the moment, anyway.
If this gets out into Tokyo,
It doesn't. We stop it here, whatever it takes.
Shouldn't we consult the Council of Venice first?
Nope. Venice is... it's nice, but you know what? I wouldn't trust them with a zombie invasion. So there's a resource system for these weapons. You build resources, then expend them on other resources, as you can see. So you can spend them on... I believe actually... oh, actually, never mind. Powder burn actually builds as well.
thanks for the encouragement, Alex.
So I guess we need more abilities
Let's
before
do this.
we see anything that actually...
Take it like all the other occult disasters, right?
We really have to stop meeting like this.
The main problem is I want you guys to actually...
Don't let it get on you. Don't even breathe in.
It's reacting to us, like it knows we're coming.
This stuff can't think. It's a cancer. Cancer doesn't know you're coming, it just is.
I want you guys to actually be able to hear the voice acting, and if I turn it down, you won't be able to. I've just got to shut up when they're talking. The problem is that's a lot of the time.
New plan. Fight chaos with chaos. Keep the bastards at a distance, then take them out.
That's your plan?
Well, it's a plan.
You've got points, Sarah. Make every shot count.
Let's see if I can do something with it. I'm going to reduce the dialogue, knock it down a notch.
Incoming!
Alright, I guess we're shooting stuff then. And I've got new ability.
Nice one.
Kneecapper. Alright. Which is conal ability. The weapon doesn't feel like it's got a lot of power to it, which is unfortunate. Like, there's a lot of MMOs that try and use guns, and most of them are bad. They don't really seem to get it. A shotgun... I shouldn't be running around with a shotgun like this. It's got, like, no kick to it whatsoever. I guess it's hard to simulate in a hotkey environment, which is why I think hotkeys are kind of bad for that. But Guild Wars kind of does it better there, I would think. Guns in Guild Wars feel pretty good. In this game, not so much. I think they
We're gonna
do need
need
to
to
give them
use some
more
heavier
oomph.
powers. Don't hold back, right?
I was pacing myself.
Listen, Sarah. You have to find Zuberi. We'll hold them here. Make a stand. Oh, I can murder a strawberry smoothie.
I'm loving the tentacles on the wall. Like, the environment is pretty cool. Also, I've never really played an MMO that's managed to do any kind of horror element. Well, oh god. There doesn't appear to be any kind of dodge ability, as far as I can tell. What's this? I don't know what it is, but it does a lot of damage. So I guess you build up resources and then expend them in what is essentially a finisher. Well, that's you dealt with. But yeah, no MMO's really done horror well. This might be the first one. We shall see. It's also nice to be in a bit of a fresh environment. It's like, hey, it's another fantasy thing.
The cavalry has arrived. Even where the filth corrupts, Gaia's power endures. Take it into yourself. Breathe it out. Will this broken body mended?
We shall see. Apparently I have a healing ability of some sort. Spring's Blossom. Yeah, he looks like the kind of guy that would use an ability called Spring's
We have
Blossom.
no time to spare.
It's like, hey, You want some spring blossom, if you know what I mean? I'll take an 8th. Doesn't look like spring blossom, does it? Let's try it again. Heal.
Over here.
Good.
There we go.
But even Gaia will be tested by what is to come.
Making a stand wasn't working out.
Yeah, about that. This ain't looking much better, to be honest.
Now is not the time for argument.
Told you he would say that.
Onward, folks.
We must reach the next platform. Well done.
There we go. That's a hell of a lot of enemies on the screen at any given time. And since I have a shotgun, you can kill them pretty fast. Things are looking a slightly bit grim. Might want to move out of the way of that, I think. So you've got this spread attack, and then you've got the larger ability called Powder Burn, which you can use on single targets. This used to work fairly effectively. The attacks have a reasonable amount of impact. If they're coming from the enemy at any rate. The main problem is that Powder Burn, you think, oh, well, that would hit really hard. It doesn't feel like it hits really hard. I don't know, maybe the shotgun's
The
just not
gate's
for me.
opening!
I think that's bad news. Yep, bad news.
They're not stopping!
And they will not stop. This is all to hold us back.
Top marks for effort.
Someone has to push through. This confusion may be all the time we have.
Someone?
What? She has no good lines. Not one. It's all nonsense. It's like, I'm just talking for the sake of talking.
Go!
Nah, I'd just rather shoot the thing. But I guess I should run. Everyone else will die. Sarah El Grande Poncho will survive.
Look out! It's all coming down!
Well, sucks to be you guys. I'm gonna find some more of my tentacly friends. I am the what? Yep, this is some Cthulhu-style shiz going on right here. Yep, I'd probably react in exactly the same way. That's what you get for taking the spring blossom. Lord knows what that was cut with. Can we go back to jolly old Landon yet?
You look like you've just seen the end of the cosmos, mate.
I look like the end of the
I know
cosmos.
the feeling. We're on the edge of it, and it's time to play your part, scene. Me and you, we're blood now, yeah?
What?
Templars for the win and that.
Templars for the win?
Never mind.
No.
Looks like you've got some training to do before you're ready for your first kill. You want to do what your letter says. Go speak with Sonak at the Templars gaff. It's not far, you can't miss it. Honest, it's unmissable.
Someone needs some help writing this script. I am sorry, but nobody speaks like that. Nobody. It was really sad. The stream actually cut out during the best bit, which was this guy. I wonder if I can repeat that cutscene. Short answer, no. He's got a puppet and everything, and it didn't play. That is really upsetting. Move around and come to your senses. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Well, there we go. Let's have a look at the map. Nice looking map. I guess we're heading in that direction. No London attacks like that. For the win, blood. Really? Really? Not in a million years is that viable. Anyway, you can buy stuff if you so desire. Not that I'd ever want to change out of this poncho. I don't know what the currency is, but it's a lot of sodding currency. Also, are these players? Yeah, they're players. Can we inspect the player? I'd like to know what this guy actually has on him. He's got a lot more HP than me, so... Can I inspect him? Is there a button for that? Yes, there is. Wow! Well, alright then. So he's wearing a bunch of talismans, and then... I think, clothes-wise, they just don't affect your stats, from what I can tell. These talismans affect your stats, and then your clothes are just entirely cosmetic, so... I could look like him if I wanted to look like a complete douchebag. But you know what? I'm not going to do that, because I don't have a part in the Expendables. Let's get on. Have a bit of a jog around the place as the game freezes up. Just give me a moment. Just making sure it's not dropping frames and disconnecting, which it is not. Good, good, good. See, I'm not really a fan of the combat so far, but then again, I have only seen one weapon, so let's see if we can find something a bit more interesting. UI-wise, things are quite nice. It feels nicely stylized. Not a bad-looking game either. I'm running this in DirectX 11 with tessellation and things on, so the level of detail is fairly impressive. Very nice water effects. Texture work isn't that bad, surprisingly. Even on objects that you think they wouldn't put a lot of work into. Let's go and get this whole Templar training thing going on, so hopefully I can pick a different weapon. Now, supposedly this game has no levels, which is weird. Like, none of the monsters have any levels, you don't have any levels. You can just run into an area that'll just flat out kill you, and you just have to discover that. That interests me.
Come in. Come in. I'm very pleased you can follow directions on the back of a card. It is the basis for us getting along famously. Of course, with an establishment like this, we're practically in the yellow pages under Crusaders. Richard Sonak. So, you heeded our call to arms. You have questions, I can furnish you with answers. Some answers. To begin with, you haven't strayed into some atrocious Dan Brown airport paperback. We are not the Knights Templar. That particular appellation went out in the 1300s along with page boy haircuts and burnings at the stake. No, we run a 21st century, well, let's say a forward-facing organization, but one with its strength in ancient bonds of tradition, in loyalty, in blood, and, to be perfectly frank, in a sizable private army. Our firm guidance is needed to save the world from itself. We have kept the matters of squabbling secret societies and loathsome dimensions discreet. Until the shadows began to peel back across the globe, until these darkest of days came upon us. Might will make right, and it will fall upon us to judge the correct application of might. It falls upon you as a soldier of the Templars. Show me that you have the will, and we can teach you the way. Your remarkable powers can be honed and controlled, at least to less disastrous which we have reinforced for just that purpose. I'll join you presently.
I don't know what's going on with the stream, guys. I'm very sorry.
Come in. I do live for these little tete-a-tetes.
Let's have some words with this fellow. Oh god, you can talk about pretty much anything.
I'll take your question, but you should appreciate this is a difficult topic within the establishment. The bad blood between our two societies is positively virulent.
Virulent? I've never heard anyone pronounce it that way. It was virulent. Also, you haven't told me anything.
I'm courting accusations of bias here, but you have made the right choice by coming to us. The proper choice. The other societies are barely capable of governing themselves, let alone the world. It goes far beyond some catty mid-Atlantic feud, even if the British have elevated holding grudges over the revolution to an Olympic sport. No, this is rooted in the 13th century, when Templar's empire was ascendant from the Bosporus to the Orkney. Illuminati, already well-versed in throwing any game they cannot possibly win, conspired to turn all the societies against us.
Alright, well, honestly, I don't want to sit here listening to voice acting all day, especially when it's not especially great. Yeah, you're right. Let's actually get to fighting or something along those lines. I'd like to see the meat of the game, if you do not mind. No, this does not appear to be any kind of fighting arena. This is actually a bar. Alright, I guess this is where we'll learn some kind of combat skill or something.
Christ almighty, we've got our work cut out for us. The Crucible is my house, and in my house, my word is law.
I'm
Forget your
Jason
mother's
Statham.
teeth. From now on, this is your home. This is where you learn to stay alive. You've come here an empty slate. You have potential, that's why you were recruited, but that potential needs strict guidance. You're a loaded weapon, and if you don't learn to control yourself and channel your powers, you'll end up hurting yourself or others. You have the ability to manifest anima, your life force in the physical world, to enhance your strength, your physical attributes, to do magic. Martial magic, none of that fairy stuff. Whatever trinket you hold in your hand is merely a way to direct your powers. We don't do magic wands here. Through your weapon, you channel and wield your magic. And never mind why this power has been awakened in you. You're not the only one, and you're not the chosen one. You're part of an army. Our army. And from now on, you'll do what you're told. It's the way of the Templars.
You've all Lord Helmet.
Consider this your playground. It's not like being out in the front lines, but is close enough. We have a choice of weapons for you to practice with. Try as many as you wish. When we're done, you get to pick one. You want to make sure you're comfortable with your weapon.
A landmine?
It'll be the only thing between you and a trip to the graveyard. Those things are called Rakshasa, the basic hellhounds. We keep them chained. They used to make such a mess of the new recruits. Use them for target practice. Don't worry, they don't feel a thing, and they're unworthy of mercy. Spend your time in the Crucible well. There's no point rushing things. Out there, the demons aren't chained up, and you don't have me around to save your sorry ass. Go on, get started. I'll offer some guidance along the way.
I'm thinking a big hammer is probably a reasonable bet, but let's see what was available. That looks like a landmine. I'm fairly sure it's just a shield, though. It's like, why can't I throw dynamite at people? Also, why that rifle isn't available? All this stuff. It's like, ooh, look at all of these items. It's like, can't use any of them. Right, well, that's magic, so let's have a look at that first, shall we? Okay. Elementalism. Yes. How do I pick the sodding thing up? There it is. Alright. Alright, shall we equip this focus? I don't know if I like the inventory screen, if I am totally honest. My justification for not liking the inventory screen is that it looks a little difficult to understand. But I would imagine if you play for a while, the fact that you've got these very basic icons is probably helpful for organization. So I guess it's just an issue for someone who starts playing the game now. Alright, zappy zappy. Okay, so he throws lightning with that, and that sets people on fire, one assumes.
Ability points are used to purchase the abilities that determine how a character fights. The ability wheel can be opened by pushing N. Abilities come in two varieties, active and passive. Actives are the abilities on...
Oh, hang on, guys. Seriously, they need to sort their normalization out.
Once equipped, are not activated. Instead, they provide the player with a variety of effects, from modifying actives to cause additional damage, to providing the player with immunities and buffs. Each segment of the ability wheel contains 7 abilities. These abilities have an escalating cost from top to bottom. The cost of an ability is visible beneath the ability icon. The character's available ability points are displayed in the center of the wheel. Abilities must be purchased in order. Purchasing one ability will unlock the next ability in that cell for purchase. The ability at the end of any segment is known as an elite ability. Characters may only have one elite passive and one elite active equipped at any time. Once purchased, abilities can be equipped to the bottom left bar for actives or the bottom right bar for passives. Regardless of how many abilities a player owns, they are always restricted to 7 active and 7 passive at a time.